Hey guys, back with another video today. We're going to Concept right now. We're driving over. Yesterday we were at UFC, just getting in some coaching. Didn't get too much rows in. Kind of was feeling a bit tired. We got some drilling in though. But today we're gonna go to Concept, fundamentals I think, or intermediate or mixed or something. And then we'll see our friends and we'll see Maya. Today's topic is gonna be about what he said. I forgot.
Today we'll talk about varying your levels of intensity when you train. Yeah, I think a lot of times people think I'm just gonna go hard every single class, right? But it's not. I don't know that's the right approach to it, right? Sometimes when you go hard, right, you're not really paying enough attention to some of the details, right? Some of the technique. It's not always about going as hard as you can, right? And trying to get everybody. It's more about trying to learn the technique and the strategies behind the techniques, right? We've seen people that train super duper uber hard, and yeah, I mean they make gains, but you know, the thing that we always talk about, right? Even though jiu-jitsu, you're competing by yourself, it's more than individual sport. It's a team sport. So without your teammates, you can't get anywhere, right? So if you train so hard and you hurt people and people don't want to train with you, then you know you're not gonna make any progress. Yeah. What you think, Karl, about the intensity levels?
I also think the opposite of what you said also, where you can't go too light at class because you might not get too much gains. I guess gains meaning making progress in your jiu-jitsu. You know, every day you gotta make gains and figure stuff out, right? And if you only go at your peak intensity or whatever that's called, you're only gonna be willing to try your best moves. You're less likely to be experimenting with, you know, new stuff. And as we level up, you know, we gotta figure out and understand positions. So sometimes just giving somebody something seems outlandish, but you know, if you're trying to practice something particular, you gotta keep going there, right? A roll is very broad, right? You can only get so much out of a roll. So whatever places you can get to, you know, you make sure you can use your technique, you know, or try something and get something out of it. You know, I mean, yeah, you can go hard. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's different levels, you know. There's like, we're gonna fight, go hard, you know, we're going hard, like we're using good like technique, you know. You don't want to escalate your role to be like a death match, because then nobody's gonna get anything out of it, right? But like I said, don't play dead, because then the other person has no live feedback and stuff. But you know, don't go too hard, because then you know your partner might not even know what's happening. But there's nothing wrong with tapping people, but that shouldn't be the main focus, right? We're trying to dominate or win. You might not feel successful during class or some drills, but every piece that you've experienced adds up to success at the end, right? So don't get on yourself like, oh, I did shitty. You might just not be looking at what you did well, right? You can always ask somebody or look to somebody else to try to guide you to what you should be looking at.
I think you brought up a couple good points, right? So one of the things that with varying your level of intensity is who your training partner is, right? So a lot of times, even in our adults class, there's kids, right? Because the kids that have kind of outgrown the kids class come, but they're not adults yet, right? But if you go super hard on those kids, I mean, what are you really proving, right? And sometimes it's, we have some females that, don't get me wrong, we train with some females that are extremely tough, right? But then there's some females that, they're not like in it to compete. They just enjoy the lifestyle. Maybe their friends, they're there. So, you gotta kind of figure out who to go hard with and who not to go hard with, right? The other point you brought up about going too soft, right? So we have encountered, a couple of the people we train with at UFC who don't go hard at all. Like, it's the total opposite. So, if you compete and you never face that, you never ratchet it up and you never train hard, then it's hard, right? Because everybody at competition is going 1,000 miles an hour. If you've only gone 10 miles an hour in class, that speed comes up really quick, yeah? So, just try to be smart. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask for feedback from either your training partner or your coaches or anyone else. Maybe you are training too hard. Maybe you aren't training too hard, right? Just get feedback from them, someone that you trust that can give you honest feedback, right? And Carter and I, we always love to give people input after the rows, before the rows, during class, whatever. We want people to just get better. So same like us, right? We want feedback too from Maya and other of our peers and teammates. So yeah, be smart on your training and you can advance a lot faster. Okay, I think that's all I got today.
Yep. You just want to keep training, and there's like plateaus and stuff, but you gotta make sure that every day you get some type of gain, right? That's all we're trying to say. And train smart.
All right, guys.